Hello and welcome. Let's go work on how to sequentially increase numbers in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so I will start with number 1, and if you want to increase that sequentially in the order of 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do that in different ways. Let's assume that you're working on 20 cells, so I will have to click and go to 20. Okay, this is the range we're going to be working on, or the range we're going to be working with. So what to do here when this range is selected is to go for the fill. Under editing group, you have to go for fill, then navigate to series. Right here, we are working on columns. Once we have this range selected, if you go to the series interface, you will have columns automatically selected. So the step value is going to be the method of increment. So it's going to be 1, and then it add 1 to 1 is going to be 2, then it add 1 to 2 is going to be 3. So that is the step value. Then the stop is going to be 20, but we have that already selected, so we don't have to go for the stop value because the range we selected here is from 1 to 20. So once you have this, just go for OK, and you have that 1 to 20. Okay, there is another way to do this. If you don't want to select a range, you can still do that. So let's go for that. I will go type 1. Okay, click outside and click back. Then I will have to go for fill, then series. When we get to the series interface, we have to then choose the direction. So it's going to be columns, not rows. Okay, so when we talk about columns, you can see that it is vertically represented while rows are horizontally represented from left to right. Here we have rows left to right. Then when we talk about vertical representation, that is the columns. So we want the step value to still be 1, because when you have 1 added to 1, we have already is going to be 2. If you add 1 to the second value, which is 2, it's going to be 3. So let the step value be 1. Then where do we want this to stop? So we can count up to 25. So let me go type 25. We have to select columns. Then let's go for OK. We have it from 1 to 25. Good. There's one more thing you can do here. If you don't want to go for the fill, you can use the shortcut. So let's go for the first step again. I will go for 1, and then I will select a range. I will click outside and click back and select a range. Okay, so to get to that series interface, what we have to do is to use the shortcut. On your keyboard, I will activate my on-screen keyboard to show you what to do. To activate the on-screen keyboard, we go for the control key, the Windows logo key, and letter O. Just press and hold 3 of them simultaneously, and that will give you the on-screen keyboard. The control key, the Windows logo key, and the letter O, 3 pressed and hold down simultaneously will get you to this point. So right here, what we can do to arrive at that series interface is to go for the Alt key. Just click on the Alt key on your keyboard. After that, go click on E, the letter E, then the letter I, then the letter S. That will give you the series interface. Okay, so we have already selected a range, and that range is within the columns, as you can see, automatically selected. Then the step value is going to be 1, and then we have the stop value already, which is going to be 13. So if I go for OK, and that is it, because we selected from 1 to 13, from D1 to D13. Okay, that is how to achieve this. Then there is another one here. If we can go for a number like 1011, okay, sometimes this could be a problem, but I will show you how to resolve this if you ever experienced this. Okay, so I will click on that and then go for the shortcut. Once again, the Alt key, the letter E, the letter I, and the letter S. Then okay, we have the step value to be 1, meaning that it's going to be 1011, 1012, 1013. Then where do we want this to stop? When we get to, for example, 2000, then after that I will go for, but remember we're working on columns. I will have to select columns. You don't have to touch anything here under the type. Linear is automatically selected. I will go for OK. and we have that. When you are here, if you want to get to the last number, what you have to do is to use your keyboard once again, go for the control key, click on that control key, and then click on the lower arrow here, and that will get you to 2000, the last number. Okay, let me get back to the top. I will have to use the control key and the upper arrow. Okay, if using this number format doesn't work for you, there is a way out of it. So let me show you what to do. Let's start from 1022. Okay, so from 1022, to fill this automatically to a specific number, what you have to do is to click back on that. If you don't want to go through home and then fill, you can go using your shortcut once again, the Alt key, then the letter E, the letter I, and the letter S. We get it to this point. So here, what you have to do, but before we get here, sorry about that, you have to do something else before we go for the series interface. Go for your keyboard. Okay, so what you have to do here is to click and hold the control key and the space bar key. Click and hold both of them simultaneously. That will highlight the whole cells. So I will go for the control key and this. So you can see that the whole cells down to the last number have been selected. So what we have to do here is to go and activate the series interface once again. If you don't want to go through home and then fill, we can still use the shortcut, the Alt key, the letter E, the letter I, and the letter S. That will give us that. Okay, so here we are working on columns. You can see that we have the columns selected and automatically the series selected that. So here, let's keep on working with the step value of 1. So in that case, it's going to be 1022, 1023, 1024. So where do we want this to stop? Let's go for 10,000. Okay, and after that, I will go for okay. We have it working. So to get to the last number under this, we have to go for the keyboard once again, the control key and the lower arrow. I will click on that, the control key and lower arrow. That will take us to 10,000. To get up to the first, we need to use that control key and the upper arrow once again. So this is how to sequentially populate numbers automatically in Microsoft Excel. So be on a lookout for more videos on fill functionality in Excel. I will be uploading more videos, okay, where we can handle dates and other data types. So thanks for watching and God bless you. See you in my next video.